Hello everyone. Allahu Akbar, the Baha'i greeting. God is most glorious to everyone in the planet. I am not feeling good. Pain everywhere, in my arms, in everywhere. It's transferring itself, whatever it is. I guess it is a disease that just gets worse, and that's the old age. It's creeping over me. Okay, stop complaining. We're going to continue this Mathnavi of Baha'u'llah to see that he is beginning to talk about his revelation, the glad tidings of the things that are to come. So it begins with نافه مشک الهی باز شد. Nafa is the sack of the deer, Mushk is the musk, the male deer that has a sack that they used for the in the past, in the ancient time, actually, not too long ago even, they used to for the fragrance. Ilahi is of course divine. Bas shut means opened. So the sack of the divine musk has been opened. جان ما با یاد او همراز شد. جان ما, our life, our spirit, our soul, with his mention, yad means mention or memory, او, yad او, his mention, همراز شد, became the same, intertwined. Our soul with his mention intertwined. And this sack of divine musk has been opened, which is talking about him and the Baha'i revelation. You see, it's a very strange revelation. This is revelation starts with Baha'u'llah and continues, as Abdu'l-Baha says, till end of the Baha'i faith, because there will be guardians forever. These 5 elders are elders, they're not really guardians, but they have the responsibility of the guardianship. But after these 5 elders, there will be general guardians, naturally, those who, finish the curriculum before even they die, as I mentioned before. They are the one that taking the message of Baha'u'llah to people again. But within the arc of the world order of Baha'u'llah. So he goes, ای نسیم صبح روحانی بوز. ای O Nasim, the breeze, صبح, morning, the morn. Rohani is the spiritual, بوز, waft over. Waft over, O divine, or O spiritual morning breeze. Waft over, below. از سبای قدس رحمانی بوز. Where from? From the Sheba. I talked about you about Saba. Saba, the Queen Sheba. In Persian, it's the big things. The love story of the Solomon and Queen of the Sheba, which alludes the Sheba here to be actually the god, because Solomon was not in love with a woman, really. So, from the Sheba of the Quds means sanctified. Rahmani. Rahman means is godly, but it is the compassion from the holy, compassionate Sheba, waft over from the Rahmani, compassionate Quds, holy, sanctified. Saba Shiva, from the Shiva, from the sanctified Shiva, spiritual sanctified Shiva, wafted over. That's what it says. God sent it over. تا ز بوی عنبرت جانهای مست. تا till the from بوی, smell of ambarat. Ambar, I didn't know what it is. I looked at the dictionary. Is ambergris. It's a scent, that they use. This scent that it burns and ambar comes out, and oud and ambar and all that. So it says, till from the smell of your ambergris, the intoxicated soul, till the intoxicated soul from the scent of your ambergris, barparand, fly over. As from arz hasti, arz means the land, this realm, the material realm, hasti, existence. Flying over from the arz hasti, from the land of existence, from the realm of the existence, to alast, till to alast, to alast. Alast, I discussed that with you also. Here, alast means from where they come from. Alast means a spiritual beginning, a beginning that has no beginning. So, alast means, am I not? A reference to the very beginning of the creation. Again, the word beginning and creation, they don't go together. Because if you say there is a beginning for creation, there should be a beginning for creator too. Then creator becomes evolving. In the Baha'i faith, we believe creation and creator are one and the same, with a reference to their priority. Like, I come with my soul. I have no soul, then I'm dead. I'm masculine. My body and soul have to come together in order to be alive in this planet here. So then you tell me which one came first. Well, they came both at the same time, if you go with the time. But which one is first, I could go with the matter of priority and the value, and I say soul first, matter over, after. So from the beginning, that has no beginning really. It's to meaning a spiritual realm. So they can fly away from the realm of existence to the eternity. چون که عنقای بقا از قاف جان, عنقا or عنقا, the same thing. عنقا means phoenix, that bird, that recreated itself from its ashes again, comes back. چون که, like that عنقا or عنقا, the phoenix, eternal, بقا, like eternal phoenix from قاف جان. This one. Jan, of course, is spiritual. Qaf Jan, this would have been Kuh Qaf Jan, but the Kuh is omitted because everyone knows the reference to Qaf Jan is a reference to a Kuh Qaf Jan. Kuh means the mountain of Qaf of the Jan, but Baha'u'llah take the Kuh away and just say Qaf Jan. So Qaf Jan is from the mount of the soul. We have, Baha'u'llah many times says, in the soul of the man there's a mountain, and God is the sun behind it. It has to rise, and until such time it's just darkness. But the word Qaf is one of the letters of the Persian alphabet. Actually, I don't see the word Ishq in this time, but if you look at the word Ishq, it's Ain, letter first one, then it is She, S-H, She, and then Ghe. So Ishq has three letters, Ain, She, Ghe. The last one, Ghe or Qaf, is this one. So the Sufis have created this, that, as I brought that before, that there were birds flying away from this realm and trying to go to find out who is the king of all the birds. And when they get there, there were 30 birds, and 30 birds itself has is a word, which in Persian is simorq. So if you say simorq, means 30 birds. But if you say simorq, you're talking about the griffin, or the king of the birds. And where is the king of the bird living? In the mountain, or in the mount of Qaf. In the kuh or mount, in the mount of Qaf. Qaf is the last letter of love. Means in the finality of love. When you go and start from Ain, then to She, and then to Re, which is the 3 letters. 3 steps, the final step of love. If you get there, that's where the Simor is. Or in this case, Baha'u'llah use Anqa or Anqa, the phoenix. So he says, like the eternal phoenix from the mount of the Qaf of the soul. See, so now you know when you hear Qaf, Qaf simply means letter Re, one of the letters of the Persian alphabet, or the last letter of the word love. You have L-O-V-E, Persian has A, She, Qe. The last Re, Qaf is this. So like the eternal phoenix from the mount of the Qaf of the soul, John برپریدو تا هوای لامکان. Here talks about barparand, they fly away. Here talking about barparid, flown away, flew away. So it's very, mostly it is a reference to himself, Baha'u'llah, that like the Onqa, the Baha, which means the eternal phoenix, the mountain of the Qaf of the soul, flew to the space, Hawa, to the space in the air, in the area. La Makan, no place, placeless. Makan means place. La is in Arabic, means no. La Makan means placeless. In a space of placelessness, where that's how the Anqa flies to that. He's referring to himself because the word is parparit. It's gone, so it's flew. Then again he says, هم به یک پر سیر آفاق جهان. Also with one feather. Par means feather. With one feather. Or you could also say par is actually an abbreviated, Baha'u'llah would do that, an abbreviation of the word parvaz. هم به یک پر, also with one feather or with one flight, traveled the horizons. Afaq means horizon. Ufuq means horizon, afaq means horizons. Also with one feather, with one flight, traveled the horizons of the universe. The verb comes into the second hemistick. Kat means did fly. As, by, ta'id, confirmation. Ta'id means confirmation. Ta, I put apostrophe, ta'id. E means of. Ta'id. So, confirmation of that on Sultan Jan, the king of the soul. So these 2 lines is about himself. It's about his initiations. In the Baha'i faith, we do accept that the Prophet of God is like a child that probably at that time doesn't know much, especially when he's born. and comes to a point, no one can teach him to be a prophet. Who knows how to be a prophet, to teach somebody to be a prophet? How can teach somebody to be a manifestation if he himself is not manifestation himself? So this growth of the manifestation of God is totally done by himself. I've said that before. It's like a Tarzan in the jungle. As he grows, because he's a man, he finds out he's not a monkey. Prophets of God are different. Same way. When they grow up, when they evolve, the best word is to use the self-realization when they know who they are. It's an automatic thing. They know who they are. Nobody can teach them. But with one difference here is very important, that this baby prophet, this baby manifestation of God, from the very beginning, just as he starts to born, he is the manifestation. The time he was conceived, he was the manifestation. When we're conceived, well, you know, the two male and female egg and spermatozoid, we say, they form the zygote. At the same time, from the soul of the mother and father also, their soul mixes up in the spiritual realm. So a mix of the two souls, it goes with a mix of the two body. That's about the ordinary man. But in the case of the manifestation of God, or the people that are infallible in the cause of God, this includes only four in the Baha'i faith: the Bab, the Baha'u'llah, Abdu'l-Baha, and Shoghi Effendi included, because they were all infallible. When they're infallible, then we don't understand it, who they are, what they are, how they become infallible. It's not just a word that you think trying to define something. No, it's way different, okay? Believe me, it is way different. We are totally like a dog in front of a shepherd. We would never understand it. It's just we don't have that capacity. Just like our dog, whatever we teach him, we love him. We prefer him over other human being. He cannot fully understand us. Just does not have the capacity. So as us. We do not have that capacity to recognize who Baha'u'llah is, but we have to recognize what he says. You see, that's different. When we say recognition of Baha'u'llah, we mean recognition of the cause that he has introduced to us. Not he himself. No. We have to recognize of these thousands of the TVs that are manifesting souls, which one is manifesting God. And that one you say is Baha'u'llah. That TV program is different from other one. This is Baha'u'llah, this is God. But if you want to know Baha'u'llah, you have to go behind the TV. Get into the wires. We don't know. We're no specialists. Even if you open it up, we don't know nothing. You see, so no one can know that. So he's talking here about the beginning, you know. First he says, the sack of the divine mosque is opened. My soul, our soul, he says, became intertwined with it. Then he talks about people, but here goes back to himself. He says, just like he says, like the eternal phoenix from Mount of the Ghaf of the soul flew to the space of the placelessness. Also with one flight traveled the horizons of the universe with the confirmations of the King of the Soul. So it's very hard to understand sometimes. Baha'u'llah is God, but he's not God. No. That God he's talking to him, Sultana John, is within him. Who's talking to us is the manifesting this power. The King of the Soul is being manifested by Baha'u'llah, by what we know him, what we see him. But they're all one and the same. I am a vegetable. I'm also an animal. I'm also human. I also have the spirit of faith. All of me is one. You can't go and do certain thing and it says that, hey, it wasn't me. It was my animal. My animal killed that guy. It was not me. No, that's not acceptable. It's like a guy walking with a child and a child is having a dog in her hand. The pot dropped in one place. The guy is responsible for every act of the child and the dog. I'm responsible for what happened, how my vegetable soul acts, my vegetable program, and my animal program, and my human program. So Baha'u'llah has all of them at one, but naturally we don't call him Baha'u'llah based on his vegetable estates or based on vegetable animal estates or a human estate. We call him Baha'u'llah because he has something we don't have. No one has. And that goes the same with Muhammad, goes with Jesus, goes with Moses, goes with Krishna, Lord Krishna, and with Mahatma Buddha, and other prophets that have to be known yet. Okay? Very well. Time is essentially 12:14. I don't know how much more can I say. Yeah, I could say more. Speak less is better. Time 12:14. Okay, may God be with you. All my bones, everywhere is aching. I don't know why.